What's up, Dragon Brood? So today we're taking a look at another deck from JUND, and it's actually around a theme I've been trying to build around, but did a poor job of it before. But it looks like he finally hit the mark. So we're going to be playing a Deathtouch deck, and it's kind of exactly what you expect. Just about everything is a Deathtouch creature, but you're going to make it really hard for opponents to block things. Oh man, it's like I'm 12. What's going on this morning? Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the... Oh, actually, before we do that, remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're actually starting to pump our numbers up, so let's keep on. Anyway, the deck. And yeah, I want to say I'm actually pretty excited about this one because I tried building this before and I came up a little short. And I think he hit the mark on some points. We only made a couple of changes to his original list. I believe this version ended up with one more Lead the Stampede, and we removed one Shovel and one Domri to play that extra Lead the Stampede and Vraska. So in case you're curious where like the origination of the deck is. But anyway, we're going to start at the top with Foulmire Knights, Vampire of the Dire Moon, 4 Moss Viper, 3 Shovel, 4 Domri's Ambush, which is great because anytime you deal damage with Deathtouch, you just kill anything you hit, which is pretty nice. Lead the Stampede, we have tons of creatures, so this helps us keep our hand full. Domri, again, if you fight anything, you just kill it. Porky Parrot. This is funny because I've had people on stream previously recommend this card in some lists where it didn't make sense. Now we actually have a deck where everything has Deathtouch, and this card's perfect. So yeah, definitely an opportunity here. 3 Questing Beasts, because again, probably the best Death Toucher in the game. Vivian's Arcbow Ranger, again, you get the ability to fight with something with Deathtouch, or you can just pump your Deathtouch creatures up and keep attacking, because if they have smaller creatures, Deathtouch and Trample means you're going to get the extra damage through just about every time. So pretty neat, because you only have to deal 1 to the opposing creature. And then Vraska, just another removal card, but does actually let us draw cards if we need stuff later in the game. And technically, the emblem could happen, but we'll see. Sarkhan, just another finisher, give you something flying, so that helps. And then the lands are 1 Castle Locthwain, 2 Swamp, 1 Mountain, 2 Forest, 4 Blood Crypt, 4 Overgrown Tomb, 2 Temple of Malady, 4 Stomping Ground, 2 Temple of Abandon, 2 Fabled Passage. So it is possible occasionally we'll get some weird land draws where, you know, temples and fables and stuff, but we have enough small creatures that we should be able to work around that without too much issue. Sideboard, 3 Duress, 2 Soul Guide Lantern, 4 Noxious Grass, 4 Return to Nature, 2 Sorceress Spyglass. So this should cover most of our bases. I don't think there's anything major I'd want to mess with there. But let's take this car for a spin. Alright, we're going first. We're going to go ahead and keep this. It's not the most aggressive hand. I mean, it's arguable. Maybe we should play either of these on the first 2 turns and let this come in tapped, as opposed to let this come in tapped 1 and then play this and this on 2. We do lose the opportunity to be able to draw a card off of the Foulmire Knight, but that's not the worst thing, really. Also found it interesting that when they did the flags, they did them as though they're waving, which is kind of cool. They weren't like flat backs. Ultimately, we are going to need to draw 2 more land, which is why I almost wanted to hold on to this, to try to help us get to our 4th mana for Vraska and Questing Beast. I feel like I'm a little off center here. There we go. That's a little better. I'm not sure what the opponent's up to. They're being pretty slow here. The good news is if the opponent opts to block here, we'll just kill us a Gilded Goose. Yeah, we'll definitely keep that, because that's going to help our mana situation quite a bit. And give us the option to fight something if we want. This could just be a JUND sacrifice deck, if I were guessing. If so, though, that means that Vraska is going to be probably pretty good in the sense that we'll get to at least remove something with it. Though, oh, it's not. It's a Risen Reef. Some type of elementals deck. Peculiar, but interesting. Alright, we're gonna play this. And we're gonna attack. Alright, we're gonna get a mana. So, if they, for some reason, have Omnath here, they can kill the Viper. Oh, nope, just another Risen Reef. Okay. Well, maybe we just have to kill a Risen Reef is what we do here, and we don't actually worry about questing beasting just yet. I feel like that could be worse for us. I mean, we could just kill both questing beasts, though. Or, questing beasts. Both Risen Reefs here. Those randomly rhyme. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack. I mean, that is 6 damage. I mean, we could have played Questing Beast and possibly, like, got through more damage or whatever here, but I feel like... Actually, you know what? Maybe that was a mistake. Nah, let's do this. Because we can Questing Beast and then fight something and possibly get real close to killing something next turn. Or killing whatever big thing is and just trying to go for the win. What do we want to give up? I don't know, getting this back in the yard might have some effects, so let's do that.
No more getting pushed around.
So we won't be able to... Well, I guess depending on what they do, it's possible that we could have Xaxes on the table next turn. It looks like the opponent's going to be incentivized to block on some level. Okay, well they have more life now, so maybe not. Not totally sure what they're up to here, though. Oh, you're a little late. A little ambush. Alright, well we'll get some mana, because we can't really target that to fight it, so why worry about it? And then, yeah, we're gonna get in there. Okay, opponent's at 3. Not sure if we want to give up land or not here. I feel like I want to. You know what, though? We're going to plus. And... I mean, we have Sarkin that costs 5. But, yeah, I think I want to. I think we're going to keep double green, though we do have Domri on the table. Alright, that kind of worked out, I guess. Don't need that. So actually, we don't mind that, because we actually got a land. Got it out of the way. Put it toward the bottom. Dread Presence. We're not too concerned about that. Yep, that does it. Okay, well, this is not the best of situations. But I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Well, I mean, I say that. If I keep it, what happens, right? The best I could do is play a Domri. Unless we draw a black mana. You know what? Let's just see what happens. I'm openly admitting this is a bad keep. But I figure we can filter the draws. I'm going to ship it. I mean, I know it allows us to play Domri and all that, but... Oh, well now it's a mistake for sure. Because now I'd be able to just Domri and then into Sarkin, so... That's a rough one. Sadly, now I'm just hoping for a Mosh Viper, so we could Domri then Viper. I mean, here's the thing, though, right? What if we just go Domri, then the opponent plays, I don't know, Growth Spiral, into Reclamation. What's the worst that happens? I feel like there's a chance we still get Sarkin through. Maybe that's just the plan here. Unless they don't have a Growth Spiral, and then they just want to bounce Domri, which is possible. Nope, it's a Growth Spiral. Man, I don't deserve any of the good things that are happening for me right now in this game. Though this to me, and this, I said this on stream last night, and some people thought I was kind of messing around, but it's a reason though some of the big decks are powerful. I don't believe they're as good or as scary as people believe. Mostly because things like this happen, where like my hand was garbage. I didn't even do anything until effectively turn 4. But, you know, they're down to 4 cards. I've been yard. Storm's Wrath, cool. Oh, they're gonna expansion? Sure. That's their big play. Great. We are all about it. So with this, we're gonna go get another forest. We're gonna play Vivian. We're gonna play this vampire. And then we're just gonna pump up said vampire.
This will be fun to watch.
So this does a few things for us, right? We could potentially just Porcupare it and just have a 5 power and attack. We could make it even bigger with Vivian. Here, I'm not even sure we want to put the Porcupare on it, though, which is kind of funny. I almost feel like we're better off with that just being another creature. And we know they already kind of blew their load a little bit as far as Storm's Wrath expansion action. And we have 2 ambushes and Vivian, so the Porcupare ability doesn't seem too scary. So what we'll do is we'll just play this as is. And then we'll split the counters. So we get a 5 toughness creature as kind of part of the trade here. So we have something left. In case they want to bounce one or whatnot.
We're fit enough to survive.
I assume this is where an Uro comes back. Nope, we're just gonna Bone Crusher and Storm's Wrath. Alright, sure.
Enemy.
Time to find more creatures. Oh, I forgot to plus, actually. That's a mistake. Alright, let's just find a Deathtouch creature. Alright. I guess we'll go get... yeah, I guess another black? Ugh. Okay. Well, now we're in way too much trouble here. Yeah, we're gonna lose Vivian regardless. Yep, don't see how we're gonna be able to win now. We outlanded the deck that's playing multiple Uros every turn. That's just a bad situation. What's funny though is in hindsight, had I juiced up that oh man, is Questing Beasts our only real play here? I guess so. Oh, I was saying, had I juiced up that 3/3 vampire, we would have been able to have a 6 power, well, a 7 toughness, 6 toughness creature. Plus, we would put 2 more counters on it, which would have made it an 8 toughness, and we would have actually survived, but wasn't expecting him to have yet another 6 damage combo of any sort in hand. So that was very unfortunate. I assume we get Uro number 2. Oh no, you can't. You don't have enough cards in yard yet. I'm gonna let him have it and not block. No, they're gonna copy it. Oh, there's Fire Prophecy. Okay, now we're just dead. Sure. This is probably the most normal hand we've gotten so far, so we'll definitely keep this. I mean, we can't do anything really on turn 1. So we're going to go ahead and just play this. Temple. Do we want the Temple? Maybe, because it does allow us to play Vivian. So yeah, let's not overlook that. This feels like a game where we're going to have to play at a slower pace game than we really want. I have a feeling we're just against a flash deck, which is going to be kind of bad for us. Like the mono blue spell counter, blah blah blah. Only benefit would be here if they actually play Sailor and then put the octopus on the Sailor, though they'll get a card, we can then just try to kill it on our turn. Oh, Foulmire Knight. I mean, I guess we could do worse. And for the most part, we kind of have what we're looking for in hand. At least for the time being. Okay, it's not a flash deck. If it is, it's not one that... Oh, it is. It is. Look at this. They just didn't have the cards we thought they had in hand. Okay, so we will do this. And I guess we'll just ping this out of existence. So now they're probably going to be looking ways to bounce our Porky Parrot. Oh, Ominous Seas. Well, that's good. At least we can Deathtouch big 8/8s. So that's not so bad. They left it on top and drew it. Interesting. Alright, we're definitely going to go get... Oh, actually, I say definitely. We already have 3 green. Maybe a second black source? Probably good. So we have at least 2 of everything.
I am Scala's vengeance, and I'm coming for you next.
Load that up.
My,
and then get in there for 5.
How you've grown.
Heck, we might be able to get big enough to not even have to worry about an 8/8. We could just punch past it. Maybe. Let's see what the opponent's got up their sleeve. Winged Words just to draw 2 the hard way. Okay. And we are definitely just ignoring Ominous Seas at this point. I'm gonna draw a card. Because obviously we have a big life gainer here. And then just play that. And then I'm going to split the counters, so if next turn or the following turn we have to tap the Porky Parrot to kill a thing, we can still get some reasonable damage in the following turn.
Stomping time.
Also a play, if y'all aren't aware, is when you have a Questing Beast and you have a Porky Parrot mutated to it, or tucked under it, I guess, you can actually... You know what? I'm going to go ahead and play this other vampire. You can tuck the Porky Parrot under the Questing Beast, and then when you attack, you're already an attacking creature. So then you can tap the Questing Beast to kill whatever would be in the way to block it, and still get your damage through. So just something to think about in case that comes up. Because though you're tapping the Questing Beast, it doesn't stop being an attacker, I guess is the only way I can describe that. Well, now we're in pretty good shape anyway, because Vivian can give the Porcupine trample. So unless they do something real big here... I mean, they could draw 2 somehow and then get a big 8/8, but that doesn't really help them, because now we can have a second Porcupine, really. And that should just end the game. There's not a sweeper that does 7 damage, so I guess they're just going to be attempting to block a thing here. I'm willing to do this. What do you got, opponent? Gonna bounce something with a... Nope, no Brazen Bar action. Alright, well what we're gonna do is we're gonna put counters here.
Stomping time.
Actually, you know what? If they were to draw 2, because they can remove these as an instant, right? Member card, remove 8. So I'm actually gonna just attack with these. Though it's not lethal, if they don't have blockers, I can always just tap the Porcupine to hit the opponent for 1. See, I knew that didn't feel right. If I'd have been thinking one step ahead, I could have put extra counters on the Foulmire Knight. Made sure we ended the game here, so... Mistake on my part for sure, but likely doesn't cost us anything. Alright, get that out of the way. Oh, it is Xaxes. Never mind, it was 9. For some reason, I was thinking this was still a 5 power. Alright, what can we do with this? We can play a Viper, but then what do we do after we have the Viper? Probably not much, but let's keep anyway, because we really... The only thing we're missing is a black mana. I think we still want to do this first. Because if we get a black land, then we can play Shovel, then we have Ambush with Temple on the next turn. If we don't, then we just play Temple, and our turn 2 still doesn't look much different. Sadly, I think we got to take that. I mean, because worst case scenario, it gives us 3 mana to either play Domri or the lead the Stampede, which either of those seems fine here. Hopefully the opponent's not playing Shock. Alright. So far, good news. Looks like another Reclamation type deck. So we may just have to be prepared for a lot of sweepers. Interestingly though, I mean, we haven't drawn any black mana, so the opponent doesn't really know what we're doing. It just looks like a really bad rule deck, I guess, with this Mosh Viper hanging out. I think the real question here is now, if they get a second red... Okay, they found it. So, do we want to play Questing Beast or not? I feel like that's the real catch here. Because we really don't have follow-up plays. But even if we did lead the Stampede, we're kind of just looking for another Viper. Like, that's not great. I mean, I guess we do. I don't love it. I know what we're setting ourselves up for, but I think we just don't have much else going. I'm really hoping to draw black mana next turn, because it'd be really nice to play Lead the Stampede and Shovel both. Though I was told by cosplayer and internet personality Tappy Toe Claws, they pronounce it as Cruella de Vil, so it's Cheville, which I kind of dig, truthfully. It makes sense. Alright, so there's a Porcupine. What is the opponent doing here? Why? Why are you not... I mean, I guess we're just going to bounce Questing Beast? Is that the real plan? Okay. I was going to attack anyway. I mean, it's 7, but I'm like... what are we expecting to happen there? Well, I'm not really sure what happened in that last game. That was a very awkward sequence of cards, so sorry that last one wasn't more fun. This deck's actually pretty entertaining. I dig it. It's weird because it feels both underpowered and appropriately powered, so it's kind of strange. You expect to see this one. We'll play it on stream a bit, so I'll definitely have some stuff to throw up at the end of the week that will play in best of 3, so you can see some action there, probably on Thursday or Friday. We'll get that up, so you'll get to see a second round of this, but like I said, we'll get to see best of 3 games of it. Otherwise, I'm working on the giveaway video, so that should be up probably in the next 48 hours, so keep an eye out for that. And we're going to start doing some workshopping, I guess we'll call it, on stream tonight. Or no, we're going to do that on Thursday, so catch me on Thursday over on Twitch if you want to see that. And we're going to be building new decks using M21, so that's going to be a thing. And I'll have some posted here on the YouTube page as well for those of you that can't make it over to the Twitch stream. So lots of stuff going on this week, lots of new cards to mess with. Like, this is actually crazy time for Magic. Though we're all still kind of getting back to normal, Magic hasn't really slowed down, so lots to do. And if you haven't, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel because that always helps me out a bunch. And hit that notification bell so you know when I have all of this stuff happening, especially with the giveaway video coming up. You don't want to miss that. But that's all I have for today. We will see you next time.